Hi there, welcome to the Mindfulness Journey. I'm Jamila Knopp, and I would like to tell you a little bit more about mindfulness and my online Introduction to Mindfulness course. So most of you probably often have happening what's happening here to the person on the left. Your mind is really full, and you are everywhere. You're in the past, you're in the future, thinking lots of stuff, and you're not really being in the present moment, like the dog in this picture. So he is just observing what is. He's totally mindful, and he's totally in the present moment. And that is basically what mindfulness is, being in the present moment. So yeah, that answers already some of the question, what is mindfulness? Yeah, mindfulness is being aware, being totally here in the here and now, and also doing that with certain attitudes. And these attitudes are even more important than just being in the present moment. It's more important to not judge ourselves, to learn, to approach ourselves, our thoughts, and others with kindness and having patience. These are all attitudes that we can learn with mindfulness. So this is the most common definition of mindfulness. It's by John Kabat-Zinn. John Kabat-Zinn founded mindfulness, he founded mindfulness in the West. So he brought mindfulness and adapted from the Eastern concept of Buddhism. He adapted it to a more Western, non-religious style. And that is the kind of style that I teach as well, a non-religious mindfulness. So John Kabat-Zinn said that mindfulness means paying attention in a particular way and on purpose, being in the present moment, and with attitudes like non-judgment and kindness. And I already mentioned other attitudes like patience. And that's really, really important, that we just accept the present moment as it is instead of trying to change it, because that kind of leads us to feel calm and balance and gives us an inner peace. And that kind of inner peace and balance we can actually only find through practices like mindfulness. So let's go on. Thich Nhat Hanh says, mindfulness is being aware, is to be aware of when you're breathing, and it's to be aware when you're breathing out. And it is the capacity to be aware of what is here. So with mindfulness, we just try and be as much as we can in the present moment. Of course, we still drift off. We're still sometimes in the past, and we're still in the future. And that kind of causes stress when we are actually hanging in the past or being in the future and trying to think of upcoming scenarios, what could possibly happen in the future, what usually doesn't happen at all. So mindfulness just teaches us to be more in the here and now, and to just more enjoy what is here and now, and to accept what is happening to us right here, right now. So a little bit about me. I'm an Ayurveda practitioner. I did a 3-year diploma in Ayurveda, and I also have other qualifications. And among them, I'm also a yoga teacher and a mindfulness teacher. I've been teaching yoga for 17 years, and I have been helping people with their health and well-being since 15 years. And also, I'm a mindfulness teacher, and I have been teaching mindfulness courses here in New Zealand, where I currently live. And yeah, I would love to teach now mindfulness also online, because I know that I would like to reach more people like you who is not living here close to me. And I would like to help you as well to be mindful and to learn mindfulness. So more not in the past, I have been more stressed, and I have been more on the left side in a stress zone. And more by doing that, I actually wasn't all that well. I had something, what you might be familiar with, what is called adrenal fatigue. So when we are stressed all the time, and I actually wasn't realizing that I was stressed all the time, and I was creating a lot of stress for myself just by how I perceived things, how I perceived my work, my family, my daughter, and all sorts of things. So I created myself a lot of stress, which made me really run down. And I was more often unwell than well. And through all of that, I learned a lot. And one of the things I learned was I had to really practice more what I teach. I had to practice more yoga. I had to learn more meditation. And through that, I also became more and more interested in mindfulness and practice more and more mindfulness. And then I also learned to teach mindfulness with a really clever man who lives in London, Shamash Ali Dina. So more than not, I'm now in the right side, and more often than not relaxed, but not always. I still have my moments, trust me. But through mindfulness, I'm learning more and more to be more in the here and now, to be more well than unwell. And mindfulness really changed my life. So I would like you to also be more like this woman in the picture here, to be more in the here and now, to be really here enjoying life as it is. So mindfulness is 3 attention skills working together. It's a concentration, the ability to focus on the present moment in a particular way. Mindfulness really helps us to concentrate and be more here in the here and now, in this present. Mindfulness is also clarity. It's a clarity and increased awareness of what's going on. What's going on inside of us, thoughts and all sorts of things, emotions, and being more okay with these thoughts and these emotions, what's happening to us, and also being more aware of what's going on around us. Being more in the here and now. And it's also equanimity. Non-reactivity, learning not to react so much to when we are triggered. We are often still triggered, and these triggers is more out of habits and patterns that we have created. And then mindfulness can help us to more notice when we have been triggered, and to then have a choice, to then actually not react, but rather to respond. So mindfulness moves us from reacting to responding, which is ideal, which is what we. So some myth about mindfulness is that mindfulness is thought to require a particular religious or cultural belief. So that's not true at all. You don't need to be following any certain religion or have any cultural beliefs at all. Anyone and everybody can practice mindfulness. Also, what's thought is that it's something that we acquire, which is also not true, because mindfulness is something that all of us have inside ourselves. It's just more than often than not, we have actually forgotten about this true present moment awareness, which is called mindfulness. This true being just in the here and now and enjoying life fully, we've just forgotten how to do this, and we can learn this again. And a lot of people think that it's difficult to learn, and that's not true at all. It's simple, but it's not easy. And a lot of people think that they're not good at it and that they need to be calm to do mindfulness, which is not true either. You don't have to be calm to do mindfulness at all. Whatever is right now, right here, is perfect as it is. And you don't need to know anything about meditation or about mindfulness to start. And it's okay to have a busy mind to do and practice mindfulness and to start this introduction to mindfulness course. And you don't need a lot of time. To do this introduction to mindfulness course, you need to practice about 10 minutes of formal practice a day, and I will share with you what that is, what that means, formal practice. And also, you will have to have about an hour a week to do the weekly lesson, which is a video lesson. So just listening to this weekly lesson will take you about an hour a week. And then to do another, on the other 6 days, to practice a little bit, or at least 5 other days, to practice 10 minutes a day. That's all that you do. Sometimes possibly feel like this woman here in the picture. So do you just feel like exploding and really, really stressed and totally overwhelmed? Then this could help you. Mindfulness could really be for you. Why not give it a try? You have nothing to lose. Just enroll in this course and see where this takes you. And I'm there to support you. I really would like you to succeed and to be more well than unwell, to feel better, to feel more calm and balanced through mindfulness. Because mindfulness is really for everybody. Mindfulness helps us to stay calm, even in stressful situations. Mindfulness helps us to be more focused and productive. So it helps us in the work life, but not just, it also helps us in our private life with our family and loved ones and friends. Mindfulness prevents burnout because mindfulness helps us to de-stress. Whenever we practice mindfulness and we are mindful, we really totally are more here in the here and now, and that switches us from the fight and flight mode into the de-stressed mode. And other benefits of mindfulness are it's an increased awareness of what's going on. I said that already before. It's an increased sense of calmness, increased contentment, decreased stress and anxiety, improves our sleep, increased self-esteem, ability to respond rather than to react, and I already mentioned that. Increased sense of well-being, increased resilience, resilience for the many things, resilience for life, for not being triggered, a resilience that you haven't felt before or not in a long time. And it enhances physical health in many different ways, like it increases our immunity, and it also increases our physical health, like our cardiovascular health and other benefits, like improve sleep. That's already an improvement in physical health. There is two ways of practicing mindfulness. I mentioned before the formal practice that involves a little 10-minute practice a day. Sometimes if you have time, it would also be great if you could practice a little longer. And that is a sitting meditation or a body scan that's often practiced lying down, means scanning through your body, or mindful movement, which is very simple, or practicing slow walking meditation or yoga. And then there is the informal practice, which is a daily activity that we bring mindful attention to, which can be anything like washing dishes, washing our hands, eating, drinking a cup of tea, or anything really, walking to work, brushing your teeth, many different daily activities we can start to bring more mindful attention to, and practicing them, doing them in a different way than what we have done before. Because usually we always run on automatic pilot. We practice and do things automatically. So with mindfulness, we learn to switch off this automatic pilot and come more into the here and now. So the best way to explain it really is to do it. So let's try and have a little short practice right now. Why don't you just sit comfortably, and if you're okay with it, closing your eyes or just having a gentle gaze a little bit down, and starting by taking a few deeper breaths. Let's just start and breathe deeply, taking a few deeper breaths, breathing in fully and out fully. And another deep breath, breathing in deeply and out fully and totally. You probably have already noticed that your mind starts to wander. So if your mind wanders off, That's totally normal. That's just part of the practice. Then when your mind wanders, just allow it to wander, and as soon as you notice, you guide it back to focus on this present moment. And all we're doing now is just focusing on our breathing, following and being aware of our breathing. Let's come back to our breathing, noticing one full in breath, noticing how we breathe in and then out. Noticing how our tummy expands, breathing in, and relaxes as we breathe out. Let's try and stay focused on one whole breath, breathing in, staying with this in-breath, noticing the little pause between your in-breath and your out-breath, and then breathing out fully, and still staying with this out-breath as best as you can. Of course, when your mind wanders, that's okay. Just notice that your mind has wandered and guide it back, gently and kindly. And then just counting the breathing, breathing in, counting 1. And out, counting 1. Breathing in, counting 2. And out, counting 2. Breathing in, counting 3. And out, 3. Continue like this to count your breathing. Breathing in, breathing out. Again, when your mind wanders, that's totally okay. Just guide it back gently and kindly. And then just noticing our body for a moment. Noticing where our feet are touching the ground. Our buttocks against the chair, and maybe your back resting back against the chair. Getting a sense of our body as a whole. Transitioning by noticing any sounds, like maybe you hear the birds here tweeting outside my window. Maybe there's sounds where you're sitting, noticing them as well. Without judgment, just tuning into these sounds, noticing them, observing them, accepting, just trying to tune into your ears without effort, picking up sounds. And then slowly transitioning back, coming back. How was that for you? Do you notice how already with such a short practice, it was only 2 or 3 minutes long, you started to feel a little bit different? Yeah, that is a very short mindfulness practice. Mindfulness can be as simple as this. But throughout this 4 weeks course, I would guide you through different ways of practicing mindfulness and exploring mindfulness in many different ways. And also we will explore other concepts like stress and our thoughts, emotions, and other things. So how does mindfulness fit in? So most of us are already looking after our body. Most of us are possibly eating quite a good diet, possibly doing some exercise, but not many of us are actually doing something about the mind. Your total health means looking after our body and our mind. Means is both of these create total health. Total health doesn't just mean the absence of disease. Total health means feeling totally great, feeling also really good in your mind, feeling really calm and relaxed and enjoying life to the fullest. Total health means more than just not being unwell at the moment. So I would like for you to have total health, and I would like you to learn through mindfulness to feel better, to feel more calm and balanced. The mindfulness can be the missing piece of the well-being puzzle. Mindfulness can really help us to feel better and to move from surviving to thriving. So what are you currently doing for your mind? Anything? So maybe this course could really help you. Now there are two paths that you can take. You can go off on your own and you can try and learn, practice mindfulness by yourself. Or you can take the fastest path to learning mindfulness and join me. And I would like to have you on this Introduction to Mindfulness online course, and I would really love to help you, and you have my full support. I will be there in just an email or a phone call or a text away. And I would really love to have you on this course. This course also means every 2 weeks we have a live session, and I would like to answer your questions and help you on your mindfulness journey and on your journey to better health, to perfect health. So which one of these two paths are you going to take? Are you going to go off to the left and try and learn mindfulness by yourself and practice mindfulness? Or would you like to learn more and have my full support? Then join me and enroll in this course and take the path to the right. I would have you on this course. So people who have taken my online mindfulness course, I would like to share 2 of these testimonials here. Like Vivian says, take part in this course. Jamila is a wonderful teacher. Her mindfulness course came just at the right time for me, and I'm so pleased I signed up for it. I would highly recommend Jamila's program. She has true passion for mindfulness and provided great course materials. And you can read more of my testimonials on the landing page of my Introduction to Mindfulness course. And Cheryl has said, thank you. I've really enjoyed the course and will continue to practice mindfulness in the 4th week of this course and beyond. And Jamila has made it very special for her to learn mindfulness, and she really enjoyed my course. There's other testimonials of people who have learned mindfulness with me in my course here in New Zealand. So have a look on the landing page and it will tell you more. And maybe I could make mindfulness simple for you. Learn simple steps to change your life with ease in my 4 weeks Introduction to Mindfulness online course. Thich Nhat Hanh says, every one of us already has the seed of mindfulness. The practice is to cultivate it. And I would love to help you to cultivate this seed of mindfulness that's already residing inside of you. So with the right conditions, just nourishing the seed will grow. And I would really like to help you to grow your seed of mindfulness. Learn in the comfort of your own home, in your own time, with this Introduction to Mindfulness online course. This course is for you if you would like to learn how to manage stress, to feel more balanced and calm, to improve your health and well-being. And if you would like to feel less overwhelmed, if you would like to move from surviving to thriving, if you would like to improve your relationships, and also if you would like to stop battling your mind all the time. Most of us are always having all these thoughts going on up here, and there's this constant battle, constant judgment, and we can move beyond this. We can learn to stop this, not to judge ourselves, to feel more balanced and calm, to have more peace. And we can only learn that and find this inner calmness and balance inside of us, and this happiness, we can only find this inside of us. Nothing outside of us can actually give us happiness. We can only learn this and find this inside of us. So come and join this course, and I would like to help you to find this true happiness. So don't wait, enroll now in my Introduction to Mindfulness online course. I would love to have you on the course and help you and support you. A closing thought: if you change yourself, you will change your world. This is what Gandhi said. And yeah, mindfulness is really like this. You don't just help yourself, because you also help everything else and everybody else around you. It will start with you, and this will have a ripple effect. You will help your family and your children and your co-workers and your friends and everybody. Because if you will feel more balanced and calm, if you will be a happier person, it will affect everyone else around you. And so why wait? Don't wait. Enroll now and come and join me in this Introduction to Mindfulness course, and come and join me and start your journey now. Your journey to feeling more happy, to feel more balanced and calm. Don't wait. Start now.